Hello and welcome to InNewcastle. And today again, we've got some fantastic guests joining us. Just want to say thank you to Sam Harris and Maria Winter, the founders of a female-led events company that come now in the Northeastern Newcastle called Marisam Events. I'll just hand over to yourselves if you'd like to introduce yourselves individually and just tell us a bit about kind of your respective.
Yeah, so as you said, we are Marisam Events, female-led interactive live music events company, championing the local music scene, local venues, local vendors, and just really trying to revitalise the Northeast music scene. So
Yeah, definitely. So I'm Maria, one of the co-founders. I recently graduated from my master's degree in international multimedia journalism from Newcastle University. So as well as doing this, I also write for different music publications in and around the Northeast and London now, which is crazy. But yeah, so that's a little bit about me.
yeah, so I am Sam, obviously, Marisam. If you didn't get that, that's the crack. But yeah, so as well as doing events, I've been doing music festival and artist PR for God, probably like 4 years now since my final year of uni. And I've been involved in festivals such as like Hardwick Festival, Durham Brass, worked with artists such as Andrew Cushion and some biggies as well, like Noel Gallagher, Robbie Williams, stuff like that. But yeah, so we do that alongside, but we also say that we are PR and journalism specialists as well as events, just to add another few strings to our bow.
And we also perform. We perform
Yeah.
ourselves.
We're also musicians.
Yeah, we studied music together at Newcastle University. That's how we met. So we're kind of well ingrained into the creative sector. So yeah, we do a lot of different things.
Yeah, we do a lot.
Is there anything you don't actually?
Feels like,
Yeah,
no,
I don't know.
you know what I mean? It's finding time in the day, time in the week, you know. We really have to, we are married to our schedule at this point. Our calendars are our best friends. So
So obviously both working in the music scene heavily in the Northeast, again with festivals and writing about music yourself. For you, where does kind of your personal favourite kind of from memory gigs or live? Where's your favourite live music venues that you liked?
yeah, so for me, I've got to say, not locally, but my favourite band's Foo Fighters. Everybody knows that. I walked in today with a Foo Fighters tote bag on. It's an obsession. I would say anytime I've seen them, fantastic. I saw Paramore last year as well. They were unreal. I love a good stadium gig, but I also love just going to like my local pub, seeing some local musicians. I did that last weekend. I do it every week, let's be quite honest. But yeah, I think venue wise, God, there's quite a few that even we've worked with that we enjoy. Like we love the Grove, we love
Topics.
obviously, yeah. There's a few others where like Colonel Porter's they support quite a lot of small emerging musicians. And yeah, and even some of the bigger venues, like I love a good gig in O2 City Hall. Love it. I saw Don Broco there a few months ago. It was fantastic. But yeah, I like a bit of everything. My Spotify playlists are a mess, but yeah.
I think for me, because I'm not from the Northeast. My family are from the Northeast, but the first time I kind of moved here properly was for university. So I'm the same as Sam. I really like going to the local pub and just seeing what's on. But I think the beauty of what we do at Marisam, we get to work with so many different independent local venues. So it's kind of opened my eyes to see the different areas and what areas can offer different genres. And we get excited when a new one pops up. We're like, oh, let's check this one out. What can we
Yeah.
do here? But yeah, City Hall as well for me. It's where I saw the classic rock show, which is one of my all-time favourite performances. I go on about it a lot. Yeah.
Amazing.
They're really good. Yeah, the Classic Rock Show was really. I've been to see them last 4 years, I think. And yeah, really
So good.
excellent.
I've yet to go,
Um,
but you're telling me that I should go, so
Yeah, you need to
maybe.
go. They're incredible. Sometimes I think they play the songs better than the original musician.
Allegedly.
Mm, I know. Unfortunately. So you mentioned it, obviously, big lovers of music. So you met in university together. So what was the light bulb moment, or how did Marisam Events then come together, and why even?
Yeah, well, this actually came about during one of our modules on the music degree, and we had a brilliant lecturer called Jane Nolan.
Yes, shout out Jane, we love you.
Who offered a fantastic module, and it was called Music and Enterprise. And we were put in groups, and we had to come up with a unique live music event to put on to the local public. And as students, we often went to different pub quizzes in and around Newcastle. And we thought, well, wouldn't it be cool to just have a full-on music quiz, combine the two, make it like a quiz and a gig in one? And yeah, that's what we did. The idea just kind of came to life, but we were supposed to put on an event in that module, but due to COVID, the first lockdown hit and we couldn't actually put it on then. So we thought once we graduated, we had so much interest from a lot of people, and we thought, let's just get it up and running once we graduated. So that's just what we did.
Yeah, so like a lot of people kind of said to us, you should really try this outside of uni. So we thought, like, why not? Like, what's stopping us? And then it's just kind of gone from there. We've just kind of built up our services, our events, just to encapsulate everything that the Northeast has to offer and everything we love as well, like everything we want to see.
Yeah, and I think the main purpose of what we do is that, well, two things really: the interactivity between the musicians and the audience. We want to make it feel like a community, and we always try and prioritize safe and inclusive spaces for everyone involved, but also original music. We know ourselves as musicians, other than open mic nights, there's not a lot of events that go on that really do showcase that. So that was one of our aims, and I think that's kind of what sets us apart from some different events companies.
Yeah, we've had a lot of good feedback from local original musicians saying, like, honestly, we never get the opportunity to really just do our original music. Yeah, there's a few covers in there, whatever you want to do, but they said, like, it is really a valuable thing to have brought into this industry, because honestly, we know it's hard to get a venue to say, yeah, you can play originals. They just want you to play 2 45-minute sets.
Upbeat covers.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? So you just want a bit of, you want to support these artists that are pouring their hearts into their music. And we thought, why not? Why can't we do that? Like, so kind of just went from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think bars, next question was, why is it so important to kind of champion local talent, you know, musicians there, but I think you touched on it there. Bars just want your set list, a pre-known set list and such. Do you think it's the fear of the unknown, or why they're so reluctant on kind of letting people champion their own?
I think basically they know with these 2 45-minute sets, they know with the same songs every week, they know what they're getting, and there's no like room for error, because obviously when you go to a pub or whatever, well, especially like us, we want to hear live music. We always hear the same songs. That's fine, we all sing them, but I think they just genuinely, they don't want the risk that comes along with supporting original music, because you never know how, if people are going to come in, if they're going to like it, if they're going to pay for a ticket. But like, we thought, honestly, we'd rather take the risk, because we know how much goes into this, how much goes into being an original musician.
Yeah.
So we thought, like, no, like, let's see which venues are happy to support it as well. And we found a lot of venues are supportive.
Yeah, and I think as well, this shouldn't be the case, but you tend to get a lot more paid opportunities if you're doing covers and you're a cover band. And some bands, they could be performing, you know, your usual modern covers, but the original music they're writing is such a different genre, and they don't feel as if they can perform that, and they won't get potentially any opportunities to showcase that. So we want to kind of meet them in the middle and be able to offer them that platform.
And are there any artists that you've seen out there at the moment you want to give a shout out for, that you've seen that we should be looking at?
Well, I definitely think Pretty Velvet. They are smashing it at the minute.
Are really,
They did one of our very first Platform 22 events. They actually won, and, you know, well deserved. They were incredible. But now some of the gigs they're doing in London, and
they're just flying.
I know, and it's just incredible to kind of be able to see them perform at your event, and then just see them grow afterwards and develop their own skills. It's incredible.
And it's nice to like see some of our friends are in some of these bands that have played our events or that we go and see, and it's just nice to support the musicians around you. Like there really is a community, and yeah, like we've got friends who are touring and everything now, and it's just cool to see and support.
Yeah.
Okay. And you touched there on regarding your event platform 22, which you have on tonight. And for people that might be or be gone by the time this goes out, but for people that take an interest and have a look see what it's about, what is it? And for those musicians that might want to get on the bill, how did they go about that?
Yeah. So, Platform 22 is a local live music showcase, and we usually have 3 or 4 different artists or bands in the lineup, and they play a 30-minute set of original music in front of a live audience. Then audience members scan a QR code, which is on their table, and they vote for their fan favourite, and the winner then receives funds to further their musical career. And we have loads of different venues that take part in this, and also lots of different genres. So, for example, we've done one at Trillions. We've got another one coming up at Trillions. So, because we love rock, so we really had to put that one out there. But we kind of open it to anyone. It's very up and coming artists, emerging artists, and just DM us on Instagram, email us, marisamevents@gmail.com.
Yeah, Instagram at Marisam Events. But it's literally, we say, like, even if you have never played outside of your bedroom and you really feel like you've got a solid set of original music, just chat with us. We're very, like, open. Our communication lines are always open.
Been there as well.
Yeah, we have been you. So we just try and we answer every DM that we get. Yeah. We always try and fit you in somewhere, and they're every month. So definitely just get in touch. We're always open to hearing your music.
And audiences seem to love it as well. They love the whole scanning the QR code, but that's the interactivity.
They want to be involved.
They do, and they love hearing the different, original music. That we've had such positive feedback from this, and you don't really see this in and around the Northeast.
That's it. And I read in terms of you obviously championing musicians and such like that and funds to further their careers. I read that kind of one of your ethoses and kind of focuses making sure that artists are paid kind of fairly, and obviously it's affordable for people to attend that is just as importantly as well. Do you think it's not out there enough in the Northeast or the music industry in general about kind of equity across kind of all?
Yeah, so we've always been very transparent with all of our costing structures, how much we pay our musicians, and we always try and meet or exceed industry standards, because we know, like, we have been offered like pennies for gigs, and you can't live on that, and we want to foster an environment where people can really make a living in the music industry, and that's without having to go down south or having to go to even like Manchester. They can stay here and be involved and flourish. But yeah, I think it isn't something that's talked about. It is a bit of an awkward subject, especially venues. They don't want to necessarily open their books to everyone, but I don't know, we've just always kind of had that transparent kind of outlook. We always just want to be upfront with people, and we're hoping people are going to also do that, like follow our lead.
Yeah, same with ticket prices as well. We've always tried to kind of work with the venue and what they want to do. It's as much as them as it is us as well. So we always do like student discount, that sort of thing. So yeah, we just try and do what's best for everyone.
Yeah, definitely. Fair profits, fair wages, just, fair prices for audiences.
There you go. And then kind of setting up your company and offering the services that you do and events and such like, when you said the reaction been pretty good in terms of response and such like that, have you found yourself kind of with any hurdles or challenges or kind of while trying to go through, or has it just generally been?
I would say there's definitely been hurdles. We're in our first year of trade. Everyone says that is the hardest, like the first couple of years. So we have our struggles. And especially, it's literally, we do everything. It's us two, we do everything. Like, if you see a poster, we've designed it. If you see, like, you know, we've done it all.
Quiz, we've written it.
Yeah, if you see people on the street with flyers, it's us. So we really just do the best that we can. And yeah, there's been, like, obviously solvency, us staying afloat alongside trying to provide things and like good opportunities for other musicians. That's obviously something we try and kind of balance out. And then we've got venues and artists sometimes who are, I'm a bad replier, but a lot of these places are too.
Yeah.
So we've gone in, you know, we've done our bit, and yeah, so I would say getting replies can sometimes be difficult. Obviously, cash flow for everyone can be a struggle.
Getting the word out, like when you first explain the idea to people, if they haven't been to one of our events before, they go, "Oh, how does that work? That's cool." As soon as they've been to the event afterwards, like, "That's brilliant. The idea is great," and it's like, well,
and I'm like, buy a ticket then. Like, you like it, so buy a ticket. And it's like, it's just really trying to push the word out. We just want people to know what we're about, what we do, what we believe in, and just kind of invest even just their time in it, you know? It's just, yeah, I think
trial and error.
Yeah, it is. It's really been trial and error, and we're still in that
navigating
process, but we'll get there, you know.
There you go. And just to end on Platform 22, you said there'll be another one at Trillions for the rock lovers out there. Is there a date yet for that event?
Yes, so that's going ahead on the 19th of March.
And just before that, obviously, you're non-stop. So on the 2nd of March, you're at the Grove, Newcastle, for another event, Layton Live.
Yes.
For those, again, that don't know about that, interactive as always, but yeah, what can people expect from?
So our Layton Live on March 2nd is our live music quiz. So every round is a music round. We've got different genres. We've got missing lyric. And yeah, so it's a full live band. So it's a gig and a quiz in one. There's prizes to be won.
Great prizes.
Fantastic musicians to watch. Lovely cocktails at the Grove. Yeah, so it's going to be a good night. Nice bit of fun on a Saturday.
Yeah, and the band host everything. They perform every question. Yeah.
Wow, sounds like a really good night. And like you say, who doesn't love a quiz night? So I suppose having that live interaction with a live band as well, just something else.
Oh, exactly.
Everyone loves a music round on a quiz.
Yeah, so we were like, let's just times this by 1,000,000. Make it the whole thing.
Whole thing. And then on the same night, you've got another campaign that you're launching, Layton Drive. So if you just want to explain a bit more about this and kind of, you know, what it is and why as well that you've decided to do so.
Sure. So Layton Drive is basically a safe transport campaign, and we created this, you know, particularly for females and gender minorities, to prioritise nightlife safety, getting to and from our events, but also events in and around Newcastle. We want to help make Newcastle a sexual harassment free zone. And it's going to be an ongoing campaign where we kind of build long-term partnerships with some local taxi firms and also female drivers, just so audience members feel extra safe when they're getting home from our events.
Yeah, so we're already doing it now, but we are trying to create a really safe space for musicians and audience members, to just so that they don't have to worry when they're watching a gig. We've all done it. We all have those thoughts in the back of our head when we're at live music gigs or even just out and about in Newcastle. And we just want to make sure that any Marisam event is an event you always feel comfortable at. You always feel like you can go to someone. There's always someone there to support you. And that's kind of what we're doing. We're working with some really cool organisations and initiatives to really drive home that point.
Yeah, for example, a representative from Shout Up, they're going to be at this event, and not only to support our campaign, but to talk a little bit about the work that they do. You know, their initiative started in 2017, and it's amazing the work they're doing in and around Newcastle and the wider UK. So we really thought it was a no-brainer to have them involved in some capacity.
Okay. And what's next for Marisam Events? You know, if there's not enough going on already, what's the future hold?
Our calendar is pretty packed, but
Press pack.
yeah. So basically, we've got, obviously, long term, we want to be a national touring entertainment service, as well as offering Platform 22s around different parts of the UK, even international, if anybody wants to talk about that. But yeah, so we've got that. And we also offer a press pack, like Maria said, that I think it includes my PR background, Maria's journalism on, and kind of, I think it also adds in an element of our Platform 22.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we offer that too. All information is on our socials at Marisam Events, at Layton, the letter N Live, and our website. So yeah, just have a look, see what we're about, give us a follow. We're always posting something, even if it's a meme, but it's always relevant.
We love a good
trend. But yeah, so we want people to get involved and just enjoy it.
Yeah.
Oh, fabulous. Well, thank you for taking the time today to talk to us. Really appreciate it. So thank you, Sam, and such. So thanks again, Maria. And thank you. Take it.
Yeah, no